Hello, in this video we are looking at GCSE history as an option. So I'm going to cover the following. What is it you're going to be studying at GCSE history? What skills will you develop during a course? How will you be assessed at the end of it? What support will you get during the course? Who should take the course? What can you do with this GCSE afterwards? Frequently asked questions, and at the end of the video, what should you do if you're still unsure? So first of all, what will you study? Well, there's 4 different topics covering 2 different papers. Paper 1 will look at Germany, 1890 to 1945, democracy and dictatorship. In this, you'll be looking at things like how did the German people suffer after World War I, building on your Year 9 knowledge, a picture here of hyperinflation where the country had printed too much money. What made Germans vote for the Nazis in the 1930s? What events would have caused that? And then once Hitler was in charge of Germany, how did life change for all Germans? You'll then look at conflict and tension between the East and the West, 1945 to 1972. And again, you'll have started to look at this in Year 9. Questions such as, why did the alliance between the East and the West start to fail as soon as World War II ended? Why did America feel the need to get involved in a war all the way in Vietnam? And why did the tiny island of Cuba nearly cause a nuclear war in 1962? And then paper 2, you'll look at the following topics. The first one is a thematic study covering 1,000 years of health. So it's Britain, health and the people from the year 1000 to the present day. And you'll look at questions such as, why did Christian medicine not advance for over 500 years? Why did a chance discovery lead to the first antibiotic being discovered? And even in the present day, why does the NHS face struggles? The final topic to look at is Elizabethan England, 1568 to 1603. Questions such as, how did Elizabeth I survive multiple plots to kill her? Why did the Spanish Armada fail to invade and conquer England? And was Elizabethan England really a golden age? What skills will you develop on the course? Well, these will include the ability to form arguments. What are the most important factors? What has really changed the past? What's significant and why? Being able to analyse sources and interpretations of people's views using those sources. Understanding the message and aims of sources, why things have been printed, why they've been created, what are they trying to do? Looking at people's actions and motivations in the past. Looking at cause and consequence. Have certain events been formed? And finally, just a better understanding of the present day world and the problems that are faced. How will you be assessed at the end of this? Well, there's 2 exams at the end of the course, 2 hours for each exam. Paper 1 has got 10 questions in total. Paper 2 has got 6 questions. Now there's a range of marks per question. Some are shorter answers where you just need to write a small paragraph. They're worth about 4 marks, all the way up to 20 marks for an essay-based question. You'll also be looking at sources and interpretations. There is a range there for all abilities. There is no coursework at all at this GCSE. It's just those exams at the end. Now, what support will you get on the course? First of all, we will give you free revision guides to help you revise at home for all content. You don't need to spend any money at all. We have collated all information from the revision guides. You'll get that. If you miss lessons, if you need to revise at home, you struggle to revise using your book, that's there for you, including checklists to help you prepare. You'll also get exam technique guides for both papers. You'll know exactly what to do for each question, perfecting the skills needed to get the grades. And you'll also be getting marking and guidance from an AQA marker as well. I mark for AQA, so you'll be getting that sort of technical advice there, whatever examiners are looking for. There's revision classes that are set up after school to support you. Who should take the course? It's quite simple, really. It's just anyone who's interested in history at all. If you love history, take the course. If you don't love history, don't take it. It is that simple. It's a tough course. You do need to have that desire to learn about the past. What can you do with the GCSE afterwards? Well, there's a range of options. First of all, I know I'm biased, but it is recognised as one of the most difficult GCSEs. There is a lot to learn, and we also need the English skills as well to write essay-style answers. You can develop those analytical skills, forming an argument, things such as the lawyer, for example, but anything you can see here is available. There's also history-based career options, whether it's working in a museum, whether it's a heritage manager, looking into politics, God forbid, a history teacher. And also those skills are so important we look at. Source skills, interpretation skills, just understanding the world today. Now, these are some frequently asked questions we often get asked. And the first one is, can I take both history and geography? And the answer is yes, you absolutely can. Lots of people take both. They match up really well. You don't have to pick between the two. You can do both. Is there lots of writing? There is for some questions. Some of the longer questions towards the end need a bit more writing in there. But generally, we support you with that. We give you scaffolding, and your target grades will match the amount of writing you're expected to do. Is there any coursework? There is no coursework. It's just those 2 exams at the end. Is there a lot to learn? Yes, there's a lot you need to cover these 4 topics. They do go in depth. The higher grades you want, the more precise detail you need to learn. But of course, we give you that support to help you achieve those grades. Do you do any trips? Not currently. We are looking into that. We would hope to be able to provide some trips to support the learning from the units that we're doing. But I'm not going to promise any trips. That shouldn't be the reason why you take it. And then who will your teacher be? Currently, I teach all of Key Stage 4. I'm not going to guarantee I'd be a teacher for the full 2 years. I could never do that. But currently, it would be me taking Key Stage 4. So what if you've watched this and you're still unsure on what to do next? First of all, talk to the teacher, talk to me. If you've got any concerns or questions about the course, I might be able to help you there. You can ask to read the revision guides we've got in Marine. You can look through, you can see what the content's like. Does it interest you or not? You can talk to your parents if you've got any concerns. I'd strongly recommend that. They'll support you with picking your options and guide you in the right direction. And the most important thing I can think of is talk to the people who are taking the GCSE. Talk to the Year 10s, talk to the Year 11s. They will give you first-hand experience of what the history class is like. So, hopefully that's given you enough information to get you thinking about GCSE history. My email is there at the bottom. If you've got any questions or concerns at all, please feel free to contact me or talk to me in class.